Hi everyone, this is Teresa Green from Slow Paths Wellness. Today I wanted to do Mindful Monday as that most basic of meditations, just to practice emptying your mind. So this will be a little bit different from some of the others. I won't be talking quite as much, and I wanted to give you just a really quick overview of what this is about. This meditation is one of just observing your thoughts, observing what you're feeling inside. And it's not so much a matter of picking and choosing which ones you do or doing it in a certain order. It's just sort of letting yourself just be. Now, most people I've talked to have said, I can't meditate, my mind won't shut off. And that's actually just normal. I've listened to people who have been meditating for longer than I've been alive, and I just turned 50 this year. And they all say some days it's like bliss and I go into this other, wonderful state where I'm completely at peace. And other days I spend the whole hour that I'm either doing a sitting meditation or standing meditation, trying not to rehearse a conversation that I thought didn't go well, at the drugstore or something. So your mind not shutting off is completely normal. So what we want to do instead of worrying about that is just accepting it and then seeing what your mind says, but not focusing on it. It's kind of like watching words going across a screen, so that if you close your eyes and you're trying to focus and trying to clear your mind and, you think, did I turn off the stove or did I do this? Then instead of grabbing that and go, oh, maybe I did, it's just going, oh, look, I'm noticing that I don't know if I turned off the stove or not. I'm going to let that go for right now. And you might get yourself into a cycle of thoughts and then have to back up and do that, and that's fine. The one thing about meditation is it is not an exercise in perfection. It's an exercise in accepting imperfection and understanding that you can step back from your thoughts, from your feelings, from your sensations, and that you can observe them. And you can choose which ones you give your attention to. But one of the first steps in that is just recognizing that fact that you don't have to chase your thoughts or chase your feelings around, that you can just let them be and you can just observe them. So that's what we're going to do. And basically all I'm going to do is every now and then I'm going to pipe up and say, okay, let's make sure that you're back to center, make sure that you're back just observing. I'll keep my eyes open because I was watching the videos and it's a little weird looking at me with my eyes closed all the time. All right, but you get comfortable. Get yourself comfortable. You can stand or sit or lay down, anything you want to do like that. Wiggle around a little bit, make sure that things are settled the way you want them to be. And now let's go in and let's set an intention. My intention is to observe what goes on in my body and to see what's happening in there. And there's no judgment. I'm going to enjoy the process of learning that. So now take a few deep breaths, comfortably deep. And it's up to you. I breathe out my mouth because most of the meditation forms I learned said breathe in your nose, out your mouth. But if you haven't had that experience or that doesn't work as well for you, it's fine to breathe through your nose for this particular exercise. Now, go ahead and close your eyes. That'll probably make things easier. And just be. You don't have to try to identify your thoughts. You don't have to identify your feelings. You don't have to identify anything. If you notice something specific, if you're laying there minding your own business or sitting there minding your own business, and you notice that your right ear itches, well, notice that. If it's going to distract you, go ahead and scratch. But if not, just go, oh, my right ear's itching. And then step back from that. And if you find your thoughts wandering off, then just come back to here I am. I'm observing what's going on inside of my body right now. And remember, you're just letting yourself do this. There's no doing it right, there's no doing it wrong. Just keep coming back to the center idea of you are just observing what's going on, whether that's in your mind, in your body, in your physical sensations. It's like you have a blank slate on your mind and things are just going across it. And you may notice it, but you don't try to stop the things, the thoughts, feelings, sensations going across that screen. Now, sometimes you may feel a little bit of discomfort around now. People who have not been used to observing their thoughts, sometimes people who stay busy, not realizing that it's to cover up an emotion or some anxiety or some kind of hurt inside. You may be beginning to feel that a little bit. If you can, just notice, oh, I feel anxiety, or I feel angry, or I feel jumpy. And I'm going to just sit with that and let my body feel that and let my mind keep going on. Now, if the feelings are very, very strong and you feel like you can't do that, it's okay to come out of it and go on ahead, and you can look at some of the other videos for when you feel frustrated or when you're upset. Or you can do some journaling to try to find out, where are these feelings come from? What's going on? You may find out there's something going on in your life that you need to address, or that you need to start looking for help with a therapist or a friend or a counselor, somebody who you feel like you can trust to hear you. But if not, and if you're feeling a little antsy, just go, okay, I'm feeling antsy right now. This is what feeling antsy feels like. And I'm going to let myself feel antsy and still feel like antsy going across that screen. And we'll go for a little bit longer. Alright, now I'm going to bring today's Mindful Monday to a close for the video, but I strongly suggest that you try this on your own. You might want to set a timer, especially if you found it really hard to do this. Go on ahead and set a timer for just a minute or for a couple of minutes, and just let yourself get back into that state of just watching things go across the screen without focusing on any of them. Over time, you'll find that doing that gives you that little bit of separation from your immediate thoughts or emotions or sensations. That's a healthy kind of separation that keeps you from reacting to things. It'll give you the ability to say, oh, I'm feeling aggravated because that person cut me off in traffic. I'm choosing not to act on that aggravation. Or saying, I'm feeling aggravated because this person is really trying to force me into something I don't want to do, say as in a sales situation or something. So I'm going to choose to express that a little bit and tell the person, I don't appreciate the way that you're acting, and I'm not going to stay here and have you try to force me or push me into a decision I'm not ready to make. So you can let those feelings inform you, and you can choose what to do with them instead of having them sort of drag you around to one place or another. So this is Mindful Monday, and I hope you enjoyed this exercise. I found it very, very helpful for me, and I hope it'll help you too. My goal in these Mindful Mondays is to help people have a more peaceful life where they're able to express the things they need to express and to be able to feel like they're able to manage their life better. So thank you very much for seeing this video today, and I will see you next week.